Why isn't there anything interesting on TV anymore?
We don't see Nick at Night anymore.
What would be your perfect television show?
I don't know, like 4 dudes chilling.
You know what would be cool?
What?
4 dudes chilling and talking about the stuff that we like.
Dudes talking about video games?
Yeah, and dudes talking about comics.
Dudes talking about anime.
Dudes talking about horror movies.
Dudes that occasionally mention music.
You know what would be really, really cool?
What?
If at the end of the whole thing, they do a game.
Where can we find that?
I have an idea. Hey, these are nice. I guess if I'm going to be entertaining the masses, I'll need to change.
Bro, don't change.
My clothes, bro.
Bro.
Nerd Night is not responsible for ovarian eruptions, anal seepage, drop in credit score, lupus, increased sex drive, holistic medicines, your brake lines being cut, poltergeist, or jump scare grandmas sang in the tune of Zoot Suit Riot. Like and subscribe. As soon as Rex stops choking, he can introduce himself as a member of the 4th episode of the 7th book of the Nerd Night Podcast. Are you ready, Rex, or do you have to cough up some phlegm some more because you like to use other people's vapes while we are live?
So much.
I'm good.
You're good now. Okay, good. Are you feeling better? You good?
Usually am.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
fine.
Thank you for.
It was the dog.
I'm pretty sure that all of that spit that has come onto that vape is definitely my fault as well, and that's fine as it is. Everybody, welcome Ice.
Welcome, Legs. Welcome, Rex. And welcome me, Tank, to the 4th episode of the Nerd Night Podcast. Book 7. We're here. We've had a long talk. We're in book 7. Lucky book 7.
Technically, that means there's been 6 seasons before this.
Yeah, there's been 6 different opportunities for people to cancel us in long strides.
The next season will be 84.
Yeah, we'll be dog years of this year.
Remember watching Stranger Things?
I do.
And like they were like 10 years old, like a year ago.
Oh no, the Harry Potter
fuck?
conundrum when they tried to come out with 3 movies in 1 year, and they just figured that was not plausible at all, regardless of having the source material, because these kids were hitting puberty and there was no way.
Yeah,
But they did it. Yeah, they stunted their growth. They put saltpeter in all their drinks. How do you think about that, Rex?
I think it was a smart decision. You got to put business first.
Okay, Daniel Radcliffe's growth stunted for his whole fucking for the rest of his life, and
now he's stuck at the same height as Elijah Wood.
Is that how you feel?
I think if you offered me the check they offered Daniel Radcliffe, I'd stunt my growth.
And that's where we have to draw the line. Nerd Night Podcast is anti-capitalist. We're not communists. We're not fucking.
Hashtag Daniel Radcliffe for Wolverine.
Hashtag Daniel Radcliffe for pretty much anything he wants to do, but Wolverine is a definite because I've seen that fan art, and I gotta say, it's riveting.
I've loved Daniel Radcliffe past the Harry Potter movies. Swiss Army Man, Horns. Come on.
I understand. Yeah,
he was in other films.
Yeah.
he's been in a crazy amount of good films. Yeah.
He's been
really
trying to
good.
distance himself from that. It's like,
Right. It's really hard to do. Let's face it. I mean, you're gonna be getting royalty checks until you're fucking. You're
like,
long.
Try to think
past
of Elijah Wood past Lord of the Rings.
like
Kevin,
you.
Sin City. I see you, Elijah, and I love you.
Speaking of which, Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter?
I'm Harry Potter, but I'm not just. I mean, Good Son. I mean, I've seen Elijah Wood. In a lot of
shit!
things.
He was the kid in that movie.
Yeah, with the Macaulay Culkin.
Wow.
Opposite of Macaulay Culkin.
That's
yes.
right. Yeah. I mean, I've seen Elijah Wood in a lot of other things. Versus
Speaking of
Lord
which,
the Rings.
Macaulay Culkin, I have an idea, and I would love to have you for it.
Okay, is this the Home Alone where they come to his house like when he's an adult type thing?
Yes.
I got you. Yeah.
I want to do that, but not call it Home Alone.
What do you want to call it?
Intruder. There's not a movie called
Sounds
Intruder.
serious.
There's not a movie called Intruder.
No. There's a game, not a movie.
Intruder, the McAllister edition.
Intruder.
Like these guys are raiding this neighborhood because they know that a Kevin McAllister like lives there. Make it like a Terminator.
Yeah.
You know, like they're looking for Sarah Connors.
I want to give.
And like they're going down the list of the Sarah Connors, and then they're finally trying to find Kevin McAllister, and there's like 6 of them in the phone book.
A few years ago, they
They finally make it to the same house. Didn't even know it was this. Still,
No.
yeah, same house.
God.
And they just booby trapped the shit out of it.
No, I wanted to. Like they broached it in fan theories and shit.
Yeah.
Like that Jigsaw grew up to be, you know, like he was.
Kevin
originally
McAllister
Kevin
grew up to
McAllister.
be Jigsaw.
Grew up to be Jigsaw.
That's fair.
I want to make that movie unofficially, but all the fans of both of those fucking films,
I can see it.
they would know.
Yeah.
And not like actually say names or anything, just link it,
understand, yeah.
but just make that movie for the ones who know,
That'd be great.
for the OGs.
I think that'd be awesome. I think
Yes.
that everybody would appreciate that.
Yes.
And it would give Jigsaw some backstory because, I mean, the only backstory he has is he was a good guy until his fiance or ex-wife was killed. I can't exactly remember. That's it. Like, you telling me he was an evil mastermind until that point? Come on, bro. For real? I don't think so.
The path to hell is paved in good intentions.
There you go. Yeah, and his good intentions were, let's put this lockjaw on something that can't fucking get. Let's throw somebody in a pit full of used needles. Let's
It's an iconic scene.
Yeah, I know, right? And to think, have you heard the story about the iconic scene?
Mm-mm.
How they went through and they had 5,000 needles. They took all the needles out, threw all the things in, and they're like, "This isn't enough." They said, "We got to order more." They said, "Let's order some more." They ordered a whole nother thing. Said, "This isn't enough. Order some more." And then the last order, when they're like, "This might be enough," half of them, the needles weren't taken out. It was an accident.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was, that's
The
exactly what
actress
happened.
actually got stabbed by actual hypodermic.
That was
Granted.
actual pain that she was.
They were dressed up and shit. But still.
Right.
Hey man, that's for cinema.
No, I understand. I'm just saying,
Made
like,
the
you
scene
know,
better.
let's face it,
And
like,
it's
you know,
like, I would
how much more are you gonna
CGI
add to my
the pit of
retainer?
needles.
Because
I would
I
have
had
done
to do
a
that.
close-up shot of her wallowing in like the fake needles, and then I would have done an after shot of her with needles embedded in her, but it would have all been prosthesis. I would not have decided to show a pit full of fucking needles. I would have CGI'd that shit. Like, that's what CGI is for. You want to protect the people who are working.
I understand, absolutely, but they weren't thinking about that. That's for sure.
Trust me, I love when
They
actual
spent
shit
all
makes it
their
in.
money on getting Carrie Hughes and
Carrie who?
Daniel Glover.
Carrie who?
Danny
How
Glover.
you say it?
How you say it?
I literally
Elwes?
was just talking
Elwes?
about this today with
How you
Rex.
say it?
Carrie Elwes.
Elwes?
Elwes.
Elwes.
I fucked up. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to fuck
Elwes.
up his name. He's a legend. I was just Carrie Elwes.
Elwes.
Elwes. There's
Okay.
no you.
There's not
Elwes.
Elwes. That's how I've heard it said in every entertainment thing I've seen.
Okay, well fuck it.
Carrie
Elwes.
Ooh, all right, got
They,
it.
they,
Carrie
they
Ooh.
spent all the money on him and Danny Glover and said, fuck it, let's just throw a couple of real needles in there, see if she notices.
She didn't.
Yeah, she died up, who knows, but still. Welcome everybody to episode 4. We're so happy you're here. We have a big weekend planned with all of us except for Rex because he sucks and he wants to stay home and play Dead Space. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get through this quick, fast, and furious. You guys are gonna ask your questions before the game.
Playing
We're
Dead
gonna
Space
talk about them.
Hard difficulty would be better than what I have to face.
That's fair. I give you that.
I would much
But
rather stream with you.
with the consideration that we're going through this quick, we're gonna just jump into it if that's cool.
Let's go.
And
all go.
what do we got for the news, big man?
The only one I got is like an interesting fact I found out.
Let's see what happens. Go ahead.
The dap up was invented by black soldiers coming back from the Vietnamese War as a way to like shout out each other.
So that
fuck? Yeah, dap.
huh?
But it was looked at as like a way of them like acting out. So a lot of people got Article 15s and got kicked out of the army for
doing that?
yeah. That right there.
I'm happy with the freaking Article 15 I just got. That's
Like,
great.
how crazy is that?
That is Nutter Butters. I mean, you got to think it took from when I was in for Don't Ask, Don't Tell to be repealed. Like, who gives a shit? I don't.
I would actually feel better if someone who wanted me was protecting me.
Right.
I love that stand-up bit.
I don't know who that was. I was being honest.
Yes, there's a whole stand-up bit.
About
Oh,
what
who's
I
it?
just
Who's
said
it
about-
by?
So about someone who wants their back shooting over. They gonna get mad.
Oh,
They gonna be real defensive over their baby.
so who? So who
If
did
you
this?
want my body,
You don't
please
know?
protect me.
Gosh, I can't remember who it was.
Can you imagine how many people in Ozzy's platoon would protect him and only him?
It's like
Just because he's a treasure.
one guy. And
Yeah.
He's from
Yugoslavia. Oh, sorry.
Hey, shout out to you.
The guy who's protecting Rex, like he's like from Turkey, and he doesn't know any better.
Serge Tankian.
Search no, the good part of Turkey. I don't know exactly what the good part is, but you're gonna take it over and call it chicken. That's another joke. That was 100%. That was like 20
Man,
years
combine
ago.
3 jokes into one.
That's right.
Jab at me in there.
It wasn't racist. It's just chicken's delicious. In other words, that's the end of the news. Right?
Deflecting.
Let's put the camera solely on him.
Yeah. Listen, I have a lot to say. It's not necessarily right, but at the same time, Rex,
That's me.
Q segment. What you got for video games?
All right, so the big release right now has been Forspoken, which just dropped. I think right now it's sitting probably around a 68, 69
Okay.
on Metacritic. So it dropped. It's pretty much considered a flop in terms of how it's reviewing. Now we don't know sales figures and things
So
like
please,
that.
so please explain that in terms of like how everybody would explain. What's the drop from? All that kind of stuff.
Well, it seems like the main issue of the game is the writing turning off a lot of players.
Okay, gotcha.
And now I've played it on stream. I've only streamed probably like maybe the first 4 hours of the game. So I'm not super deep into it. But I've absolutely seen the writing and the character development, and it is lacking, to be fair.
Okay.
It is lacking, to be fair. But I think there's also another side of it that's worth mentioning, where it does kind of seem like a lot of people are tearing into this game way more than what seems fair.
Okay.
You know?
So
like, I don't feel like the game excels in any one particular area.
Right.
But it's not as terrible, and me and Oz talked about this.
Why do you think that is?
I think right now expectations with the new consoles and new AAA games that are releasing, especially games that are releasing exclusively for your current gen consoles, your Series and your PS5, things like that. I think there's a very high bar of expectations being set.
Right.
And a lot of these games are not blowing those expectations away, and I think they're kind of catching a little bit of extra harsh criticism for it.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's because people's expectations of these games is they want to see something they've never seen before. And I think that even though we do have a leap in technology between the previous consoles and the current ones, I think the biggest leap that I've seen is being able to play games pretty much consistently at 60 frames per second. But outside of that, I mean, yeah, you have Ratchet and Clank, which was graphically super impressive.
Yes.
Horizon Forbidden West,
Amazing.
Insane.
Yes.
Insane. But for the most part, you're gonna see games that are running smoother and at higher frame rates over something that's graphically like gonna blow your, like, I mean, we're at what, the 40 series in GPUs on PC?
What if we're not talking about graphics? What if we're only talking about the feasibility of people, of them meeting our requirements of, hey, if you're gonna raise prices of every freaking game by $10, if you're going to, it's gone from 60 to 70.
Yeah, but since this iteration of
so that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say that
it didn't start until the PS5 and Xbox One X.
Yeah,
I remember NES games being $7.
No, you don't.
No,
You don't.
but that's the thing. I'm saying it in the terms of whether or not we're requiring more as consumers because they're requiring more as the makers, because inflation is both ways, right? So if we're looking at it from a standpoint of, you're gonna change the tiers of how we do your service, your PlayStation Plus service, and if we want this and we want these type of, and then you're gonna have these games in which you're gonna expect me to put a couple dollars of moolah down. You're gonna you're gonna expect that if we put these games out there that we're gonna pay a little bit more for. If you have these collector's editions, we're definitely gonna be dropping a shitload more than we did in the last like 10-15 years. If there's a lot of that mixed in with that, is it okay, or is it somewhat justified, the harshness that certain groups or certain games might get just because? Because if we look at it from a standpoint of, I want a fucking blockbuster, I want new ideas, I want this and that and the other, we can go to a movie for $10 to $15 and say, hey, well, that was a fucking shit waste of our time. But on the other side of what I'm talking about to you is, I think consumers need to hold ourselves a little bit more liable for the fact that if I go into a movie and pay $15 for 2 hours of entertainment and it sucks, I only wasted $15, but
Right.
I go in $60-$70 on a game, 4 times what I pay for a movie, but I was at least able to enjoy it, for 20, 30, 40 hours for the good side that it put out. I can find the silver lining, but certain people can't, just because everybody's a critic these days, and I 100% understand that. But I think that it can be mutual. These Ozzy had a great idea the other day in the car, and is it okay if I share this? So what if the trophy system on PlayStation was still there, but it was actually mixed in place with a item system. Like every time I got a trophy, I got something for it.
Yes. Incentives to play.
Incentives, like instead of I just got a trophy, it was, you know, a lot of games can argue, well, shit, since you're going for the trophy, you're already getting stuff. But yeah, I don't actually get anything for the trophy itself.
Right.
I get stuff on the way up to the trophy. I don't get stuff for the trophy,
I
but
decided to look it up.
it's incentivizing.
Price of Super Nintendo games
Uh-huh.
at launch.
Yeah.
So if I check that out,
Uh-huh.
new games were around $60. About $130 adjusted for inflation. Games that had been out a while were around $40. Bargain bin games were still around $20 to $30. And
Yeah.
those that were junky, no one wanted. NES games were even more expensive.
So they thought that if they raised it to 70, they could match inflation prices. But the most unfortunate part is your argument comes into play of, well, wait, I want an actual copy instead of a digital copy.
Now that's
That's the problem. And so naturally they'll release the same game for the same price on digital for you to have it anywhere versus the physical price.
Now, question.
Yeah.
All right, for the games that I would buy physically,
Right.
are they still being printed?
Yeah.
What games?
What I'm saying is physically
you.
when you bought the
You're on
games,
the ropes right now.
I'm not.
Be careful.
I'm not.
All right.
You're saying that I'm on the ropes. I'm telling you that when you look at it from a standpoint of those, every single one of those on an emulator I get for free.
That's an emulator.
Yeah.
Talking
If I want a physical copy of them,
Official.
yeah.
The real shit. Which is what OGs go for, mind you.
Right. But mind you, how much percentage of those OGs exist in this real world?
Exactly.
And if it's less than 1%, I can't justify making those copies the same amount anymore. I can justify a tiny bit of inflation, but I can't justify it when it costs more to make those cartridges than it has ever cost to make disc and things that hold said disc.
Exactly.
Because of such, we can't bring that into play. The only thing we can bring into play is how we can make it mutually beneficial for those people who see your side of it and those people who see the other side of it.
What's the other side of it?
The other side of it is the fact that you have to understand as consumers and people who put products out that there has to be a middle way. And the middle way doesn't exist if you don't allow companies to come out with games when literally nothing has changed other than price and graphics the rest of the years, but those graphics have always caught up to us. Like if I wrap it up, and I'm sorry for taking so long, graphics have continuously gotten better and better and cheaper to produce over the years, right?
Thank you, Mr. Scarecrow.
So naturally, if we look at it from a standpoint of, yeah, it started out expensive, but then it didn't become expensive, you know, we're looking at it at two sides of the coin. If you wanted a Silent Hill original pressing, that's going to be a lot harder to find, but unfortunately, you know, a lot of people might not be in that niche anymore. They're only doing it because there's a finite amount of copies out there. Now, as for the people who are doing like the emulators and stuff like that, it's different, man. Like digital copies, I don't think they should be as much as physical copies. I just don't. But I think that's something that they need to decide, and they need to talk to the consumer about, because they're going to lose a lot of them in the long run.
Anything to add?
Yeah, so with Forspoken, so it's received a lot of criticism. It's not scored well. Square Enix has been under a lot of scrutiny lately for putting out games that just are underperforming. I mean, you're talking about live services like Babylon's Fall. You're talking about Forspoken here. This was a big moment for them to kind of fall. I think that Forspoken will sell well, but I think critically it hasn't been received well. I feel like it has received some extra harsh criticism, but at the end of the day, even though like people will say, well, it's not doing anything new, and this is something that me and Ozzy talked about before we actually went live today.
Yes.
Is that I think gamers are kind of looking. We've had Assassin's Creed, Horizon's doing its thing. we've got all these open world games. You talking about even Nathan Drake, which by the way they just announced. I think in the last 24 hours there will be no more Uncharted games. I don't know how you feel about that, but Neil Druckmann confirmed they're not planning to do anymore. At least not made by Naughty Dog.
Right
now, whether or not Naughty Dog says, "Hey, Sony, if you got another studio that wants to do it,"
no, it's not.
I'm kidding. It was a joke.
Look at what happened with the Arkham series.
Yeah. Exactly. So
yeah, that could have gone on forever.
Yeah, and then Far Cry, another big open world. So I think that gamers are at a point now with open world games where they're looking for something a little bit
quality
something
over
new.
Quantity.
Yeah. I think they're looking for a little bit more depth with the systems. So there's still a couple of weeks. You know, I think to be fair, this game still has patches ahead of it. I don't know if there's any DLC or expansions planned for it, but we'll see where it goes. Outside of that, the other big news right now is Dead Space, the Dead Space remake. The Metacritic scores just came out today. I was actually supposed to be live to cover it, but EA was very tight-lipped about when that embargo ended, and I missed it. But I don't know why they were tight-lipped, because it is right now sitting at an 89 on Metacritic. It is receiving so much glowing praise.
Awesome.
And I'm so excited. This is going to be the first Dead Space game I ever play. I'm going to be playing it live.
Don't change anything. Just run it through Unreal Engine 47 and you're good.
Yeah.
They essentially gave it the Resident Evil remake treatment.
Perfect.
It's like
It's the way you should do it.
kept the original spirit and added stuff to
And
it.
that's another thing. Keep the algorithm the same if it made fans happy. Quit trying to change shit.
Exactly. An update is nice for the game, for sure.
Absolutely.
But sticking, I mean, if you look at the praise that's been heaped on Dead Space, and it's one of those games, you know how some games when they drop, they receive a ton of praise, but then over time, it sours.
Dead Space has always been iconic.
Absolutely. So sticking and
happens to anything popular though.
and I hope that Bloober does the same thing with Silent Hill 2.
I feel like
Remains to be seen, but I'm hoping that they stick.
I have faith in them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do have faith in them to handle
I
that
think
well.
the faith, and another thing, I think that the faith has to do with the long-standing millions and millions of people like, don't fuck up, bro. Don't
that
fuck
and
up.
the fact that Bloober team has been clearly, if you
not
just look at
fuck
their
up.
other games, they've been wanting to work on Silent Hill forever.
since the beginning.
Yeah.
So whatever you might say about their own IP, their own like gameplay mechanics, they have the template laid out, and they've been wanting to work on something like this probably
And
since
they
the
have
inception
all
of that studio.
The OGs there to
Not
help
all
them
of
with
them.
it. No, but the main ones.
The two
I'm
most
sorry. The
important
main
ones,
ones.
yes.
Yeah. I feel what you say. I got you. But like,
So I mean,
Masahiro Ito just there, fucking saying, yeah, this is how I want them to look.
it just seems
So,
like
I would not have a career if you did not exist.
There you go. See, he said it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Masahiro.
It just seems like 2023 is going to be a great year for horror.
Absolutely.
I mean, Silent Hill 2, I don't think that's dropping this year. We don't really know yet. We don't have a release date, but Fatal Frame is getting a new game in February.
Right.
Where the Resident Evils having all sorts of anniversary stuff coming on. I think we get an expansion this year.
We get
for
I think
8.
we get an 8 expansion, and then we get the Resident Evil 4 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So horror is just in
March is right around the corner for me.
exactly.
He's gonna be busy until then, just so
And
he
then
can pay
that-
for those things. So.
And then that Dead Space remaster right now
Yeah.
is just getting heaps of praise thrown
That's
on
awesome.
it. So I think that's probably like the most exciting things that are happening right this moment in gaming, and I'm just really excited about it. I'm really excited about comparing as I play through Dead Space.
Yeah.
Comparing it to Callisto Protocol, which was the last game I played through. That's going to be very interesting.
And I'm glad that you did it that way. But we can't wait for you to play Dead Space either. We both remember how iconic Dead Space was as I watched Ozzy play, because I'm a little bitch. And as it is, great game, great story. And we can't wait to watch Rex play it. And I'm sure that he's going to have a lot of fun with that this weekend. It drops tomorrow.
Yep.
Or at midnight, whichever it is.
Started tomorrow.
As for tomorrow, me, Oz, and Legs will be headed to Atlanta to do the Days of the Dead convention with the Terrifier crew and lots of other awesome
Trust me,
people.
it'll be nice to hang out without the lights and the cameras.
That's
Oh my
fair,
God.
yeah. But I'm still gonna bring lights and cameras because I like aggravating them. But considering I like aggravating them, we're gonna move on. Cue segue. Oz, what you got for the comic verse?
I don't know. I read a couple books.
Did you now?
Yeah.
Were they good?
I watched more anime this week than anything.
You did. I noticed that in the living room a couple days.
Well,
You talking about the Japanese macabre stories?
Macabre.
Macabres. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I am a huge fan of Junji Ito, and I
Right.
will get around to doing mangas here soon.
Yes.
And I feel like I should start. Books are my medium. I love to read. So we're going to start this off with the 5th and final issue of Vampirella Mind Warp. You're probably wondering, what the fuck happened to 3 and 4?
Something.
Don't worry about it.
They're somewhere. They're here, and let them be.
Don't worry about it.
Done deal.
It's a thing. All right. This book, we see our very much gay friend stuck in a white. It's a black gay man stuck in a white old man's body.
Huh.
That's got to be a nightmare.
I don't know.
Anyway,
it might be a little bit of reparation.
According to this book, he'd been here for like 6 months.
Huh.
I can only imagine how that must have like just really hurt.
How it must be when the women cross the side of the road and they don't actually go to the other side. Yeah.
It was like, as a Vampirella fan, this is perhaps the weakest Vampirella book I've ever read.
Oh damn.
Because you get to like this montage in the middle where you got Ren, the black gay guy, stuck in the white magician's body, talking about everything they've been through over the last several months. It's like Vampy seems to be enjoying being stuck in the 60s, you know, when she first appeared.
Yeah.
And like the Baroness,
I mean, who wouldn't? The 60s were dope.
if you remember way back when we started this, the Baroness has just been just as equally enjoying the situation.
Yeah.
Because she's also sent her consciousness back into her past self.
Right.
And so how do they resolve this?
How?
It's like Vampirella's like, look, it's like we both love being in our past self.
Yes.
It's like we can't continue to do this.
Yeah.
Because it's like this has to end at some point. So why not end it on our terms? So how do we do this? We end this with lesbianism.
Oh, that's the best type of ending ever.
I mean,
I don't see the problem.
if only I could have solved every conflict I'd been in by sucking a dick.
I think you could have.
I'd be president.
You'd be ambassador to all nations. Because I know what that mouth do.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Yes.
Anyway, this book, Vampirella Time Warped, if you were thinking about reading it,
Don't. Gotcha. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I've hated this book all 5 issues. It's like it started out good and then it got quickly bad.
Right. No more Vampirella. Well, Vampirella just not with time. I guess.
Do Vampirella, just not this one.
Right.
Look for the trade paperbacks soon. If you're in Augusta, go to Top.Comics.
Do it.
They got you.
Do it big.
Moving on. We're going to pick up with Spooderman, which is one of my favorites. Like, after reading that, I had to do something that I love, and that's Spider-Man.
The dark web.
Yeah, in Spider-Man, we I'm gonna say, how many different ways can I say it?
Spiderman.
During.
Damn.
So in Spider-Man, we are picking up where we left off, where we met Rec Ram,
That's right.
which is Parker backwards and cut in half. Anyway, so we have Madeline Pryor returning to hell, and apparently in some books that I didn't read because they were X-Men books and I stopped reading X-Men, she decided to make peace with X-Men, and she came back to Limbo, and she was like, yeah, I'm kind of done with this whole arc. Can we wrap this up now? And Ben Reilly's Chasm was like, no, I want to keep this going for at least another 6 books to get sales up for Marvel Comics.
Damn it.
Because no one reads the comics anymore.
You
They
damn
watch
right.
the movies.
Why would you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the new character, Hollow's Eve, dupes Madeline Pryor, tricks her off the edge of Limbo. I don't know where that goes. Apparently it didn't go far because Madeline Pryor pops up at the end of this book again. So somehow they saved her.
Somewhere nearby.
Nightcrawler was there, I guess.
That's right.
But Hollow's Eve steals the scythe from Madeline Pryor, and every person who is a ruler of Limbo or Heck, heck and heck.
Yeah.
You know how that goes.
The good place, hell.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Heck.
Heck. They have some sort of item that allows them to rule. except for Mephisto, but that's actual hell. So I guess heck and hell are just different places.
Fair. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Hallows Eve steals the scythe from Madeline Pryor, gives it to Ben Reilly, and now Ben Reilly is like this big, like, in-level boss guy.
Right.
But it's still like clone Peter Parker.
Yeah.
So however you read Peter Parker, apply that to Ben Reilly. There you go. Like, bro, like, calm down, but still, I'm gonna wreck your shit.
Okay, got it. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the book ends on a cliffhanger, and it ends with Madeline Pryor and the random ass X-Men she brought to hell teaming up with Spooderman.
Spoodermans.
Oh yeah, that's Requiem, the big.
Heck yeah. Yeah, Big Swole.
Big Swole is Requiem. So
There's no gains.
yeah.
Yeah. Imagine how much he could lift.
It's entertaining.
I understand.
I enjoy it.
All right.
It's a nice mouthful of Bengate. It's like Bengate
Usually that makes
mixed
my
with
mouth
Colgate.
numb.
It's
Sometimes,
heavily mentholated.
unless you buy cinnamon.
If you're black,
I think there's a Tiger Balm.
love
That's
menthol.
I think cinnamon. Isn't that cinnamon? What's Tiger Balm? And cinnamon?
I've never tasted Tiger Balm.
I don't think you're supposed to taste it.
Wait, you talking about like
That's why I've never tasted.
No. It's like, but the muscle stuff, you know, like Bengay and fucking.
However, if you put it on your balls,
Yeah.
you get nuts that stretch for a mile.
that sounds terrible.
I don't know if I like this idea.
Speak for yourselves, gentlemen.
You say that, but you probably running your
I'm just saying,
dick
if
under
we
a
were falling
stream.
out of a plane right now, I have a chance of survival.
Because you got a
Because you have a slipstream on your penis?
Parachute nuts.
parachute.
Yeah, parachute nuts.
I had a great visual. It was,
I'm glad you did, because I was like, which part would be the parachute? Or which part would provide, you know, the glide
no,
through the
he would have-
fucking.
the ball sack would be the parachute.
Uh-huh.
I am
The-
Batman.
A wacky waving inflatable arm guy.
Can you imagine him landing and he's like trying to, like, you know, dry it up so that his nutsack turns back to normal size, and it takes a couple days, and he's got to get a couple village people to come and help to fucking drag it back to the city because it's just so big.
That's his superpower.
Senor,
Calm down.
senor, what is this? It's just my luggage. Just help me carry it.
Sadly, I'm only able to masturbate when I'm able to watch.
Time splitters. I don't know. I was just thinking out that way.
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
Yes.
I love Bloodsport.
There's a few people who will know what that means.
Kumite.
So we're into
Don't. You all right? You
I've
good?
never
Drunk
dropped a comment
ass.
like Venom.
Venom. Yeah.
This is number 15.
Another dark web.
Yeah, both Spider-Man and Venom are Dark Web tie-ins. Keep in mind, you're only getting half the story because I quit reading the X-Men books. It's like, I don't like being
Jibba-jawed.
essentially jibba-jawed into reading books that I don't want to read when they don't talk about things that I want to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely.
However, because I'm currently reading Venom and both Spider-Man, yeah, spoiler, at the end of Spider-Man, Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, pops up, so she'll be a part of the next book.
Okay, guys.
So if you like that character,
Hooray.
terrible person. Did you watch a show on Disney Plus? I'm just curious.
He's being anti-woke at the moment. Just give him a minute. He'll be
Anti-woke?
I don't know. I thought that was
I
why
wasn't
she was
even
in.
going that way.
I thought
Brie
that she was
Larson?
involved in that.
No,
Kamala
we're
Khan.
talking about Kamala Khan.
Oh,
What were you talking about?
Brie Larson.
I thought he said Miss
Golly.
Marvel. I wasn't sure.
Well, no,
we can't
Miss
go
Marvel is
against
Captain
the-
Marvel now. Miss Marvel is Kamala
We
Khan.
can't go against the white blondes yet. We have to wait a minute.
Yeah.
Calm down, bro.
You're
Jeez.
a straight white man.
What's wrong with
need to
you?
Calm down, sir.
You
You're
need
a
to. You need to.
dangerous species.
Yeah. Like,
I'm only two of those three things. I'll let you figure out.
did that ginger take out the melanin? Because it sounds awful fucking cultured coming from over
He
there.
is not white.
Okay, got it. All right, cool.
I'm speckled.
So we start this off with Bedlam.
Yeah, the lupus.
Bedlam and
melanin.
Venom punching each other.
Yeah.
Because, you know, comic books. Anyway, this whole thing goes on, and this book is essentially about Dylan assembling his Fight Club army.
Oh, okay.
And now that brings us into the explanation of exactly what is this character that Dylan has become. If you were here last week when we talked about it, we revealed Codex. Codex was first introduced during the King in Black story arc.
Yes.
Which we did like, what, a year and a half ago now?
Yes.
And Codex is technically what happens if you're part human and part symbiote and you decide to knock somebody up and then chug off the responsibilities.
Oh,
So, yes.
It's the dad that went out for milk, huh?
Essentially, that's pretty much what all this Venom run has been. Dad went out to milk
And milk just
To a
never came
time-
back to the house.
long before.
Damn, I'm
The
sorry
land
if we brought
before
up any
time
bad
is where his
memories for
dad's
any
at.
I
viewers.
thought it was a pack of cigarettes, but either way, it's the same, right?
Pack of symbiotes.
I think a pack of cigarettes.
Pack of
is like-
cigarettes.
You know why a pack of cigarettes is less worse? Because the child was expecting to get some milk when dad came home.
And
They can have a
trust me,
cigarette.
The Venom book, like, granted, I make fun of it, but that's
Venom book.
because comics, it's like, you have to look at comic books the same way you look at soap operas.
Yeah.
It's like, if you take The Young and the Restless General Hospital seriously,
Yeah.
get help.
Young and the Restless was goated though.
I don't know. Days of Our Lives
So
was the
good.
shit.
That
Sorry.
piano opening.
So
Days of
sick.
Our Lives was still goat.
I have a serious
Days of Our
question.
Lives.
I have a serious question about Venom.
What?
So, like, I don't read comics. Just so
Apparently,
we're clear.
yep.
all good.
Go
Obviously,
ahead.
but I know Ozzy can answer this question. Is Venom written in the comic books as kind of like comical the way he's been portrayed in recent film?
Ish. You know, like he's in the comics, he is funny, but it's really black humor. In the movies, it's kind of
Not like that, stupid.
Nah, I was thinking about
Dark humor, you dumbass. What the fuck?
like he's
What
wearing
the fuck, Rex?
like Venom's
the
wearing
way you
Jordans
would
and
laugh at
smoking
Venom is
Newports.
the way you would laugh at the funny parts of Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, that is
Yeah, okay,
fair.
all right, that's what I was
It's a
thinking.
great way to put it. Yeah.
Jeff just took my laugh.
No, I didn't. Everybody's
just
gonna hear you
ran with
laugh,
it.
stupid. That's
Just
why I
ran with
said,
it.
don't laugh at that, you dummy.
For those of you who are watching, just go on ahead and pull up the sad Hulk music.
Yeah, and then
Play it
give
for
it to
Ozzy.
Rex every time he freaking
Because I have
starts
to be
talking.
the black friend.
Yeah, he does. He has to be the Tolkien.
So he is a little comical,
Token. I'm not even a token.
Yeah,
but not quite the way he's
Ish.
portrayed in movies. It's,
The reason he's
it's-
saying ish is because
Keep in
it's,
mind, in Tolkien's work, there were no black people. So Rings of Power is complete bullshit. Anyway,
unless you form the ashes of the. Never mind. I'm not gonna get on this. This not gonna.
There's
be,
no black hobbits.
no,
There's no black hobbits. No,
there's no black hobbit.
That's wild.
there aren't any black elves. There's black ogres, but we don't really need to go through this,
Aren't
do we?
ogres kind of black already?
Not all of them, no.
They're dark skinned.
There's not.
Shrek.
Shrek is the best ogre of all time.
Yes.
By the way, like just random, that Puss in Boots movie that released like a month ago.
Oh yeah.
Apparently,
Crazy reviews, like the greatest, like
Yeah.
it's doing like a 95 on Metacritic and shit.
Absolutely, it's supposed to respark the Shrek series.
Yeah. Holy shit.
I'm glad
if
it's
they do
beating
that
out
art
Avatar.
style.
Fuck Avatar.
Yeah, dude.
They had
Seriously.
to make $2
that
billion
movie
their first.
came out.
Avatar 2?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How'd it do?
Not as good as Puss in Boots, but it
Puss
did
in
good.
Boots, yeah.
But we're talking about ratio money, not like actual money. So like, there's I think James
Kind
Cameron
of like
said
how the first Avatar beat.
$2 billion to break even was what he needed the first weekend, and he missed it by like 500 million or something.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna get it, but the thing is that if you look at
Wait,
like the
when
long,
Infinity, like when Endgame came out, didn't they re-release the first Avatar?
yes, but
Yeah.
only because Endgame took the record.
It's almost like the story of Avatar is whack.
I mean, it's
What
a
it feels
Pinocchio.
like.
It's a Pinocchio story. It's been told before.
Sure.
It's literally, this person who can't have the reality he wants gets the reality that he wants, and then he has to save the world behind it. So, Pocahontas, and then or Android Kiter. That's my favorite fucking example. But I mean, that's an exact story of Pinocchio. So, as it is. With that, I think that you're done with the
Yeah, I'm
Converse,
done.
right? So
That's the Comic-Verse.
now keep in mind, with you fellas, homies, the best evers, y'all know that every second, like I did it the second I did Just Things, right? So the game this time is called Just People. So would you guys be cool if we just ran into this thing?
Let's go for
okay, let's go for it. Let's see what
I'm
happens.
down.
So we're an hour in right now. And all I'm going to ask you, because now remember, I kind of discussed with Justin how I was going to do this game at the end. And I'm literally sharing these things with you so that you know how to prepare for episode 10. I discussed it with both of y'all. How I was going to make episode 10. So I have Just Things, and this is Just People. And I'm going to take all your answers and give all your answers back, and then you'll have your answers blind for the game in episode 10, where I have all of these things together, and then you have
the
to
musical episode. How far away are we from that?
well, we have
Musical
6
episode?
Yeah, we have 6 episodes left
man.
before that. Yeah, of course he does. Look at him. No, he's fine. He's perfectly good.
Don't think of it as singing as like if you were trying to actually sing someone's
Yeah,
song.
think of it.
How would you sing if you were in theater?
Think
It's
of it
different. We
as
promise.
think of it as he has a dream and we shouldn't take it away from him. Right? Is that fair? So Just People. So here's the deal. Like I said, in episode 2, I have to take all of your answers and I have to put those into a bank. And then this one, I have to do the same thing. So be mindful of that. Okay?
All right.
So in this first question of Just People, the question is the least likely person to be blamed for the orphanage being burned down.
The black guy.
The black guy. All right, cool. So Justin has the first answer. I'm sure that he stole an answer from Ozzy, whether now or in the future.
Can it be a
That's
fictional
okay.
person?
I got him.
Oh, you got it? Okay, yeah, it can be anybody that you want.
Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim. The guy in the orphanage could not be blamed for burning down the orphanage. Got you. Rex?
Does it have to be a human being?
It doesn't? No.
Can be any person.
I would,
Any,
yeah.
Any,
That's right.
yeah.
Sam
Okay.
Squatch.
That's right.
Mother Teresa.
I like the second answer from Legs. We have Mother Teresa.
I'm gonna say Jesus Christ.
You're going to say Jesus Christ.
Doesn't seem like something he would do, guys.
The spirit. That's fine. No, no,
Sorry.
no. Let him.
You went 9, I went 10. I'm sorry.
The guy whose dad made the burning bush,
Yeah.
made the lava pits of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Me and Honcho saw a burning bush earlier today, actually, in a video I showed
Turned
him.
into a pretty bad situation.
I knew about the turning into salt.
Oh yeah, it
were
lit
lava pits?
lit on fire.
And
All
Sodom
of it.
Sodom and
Lit
Gomorrah
on
was
fire.
lit.
Sodomy and Gomorrah?
Yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah is the story.
Where do
Exactly.
you think sodomy came from?
Yeah,
From Gomorrah.
yeah, there you go. I think
Gomorrah, that was,
It's gonorrhea.
Gomorrah the fuck out of you.
wasn't that chick in Guardians of the Galaxy?
I think you're thinking of gonorrhea, and that's not the right.
That was Thanos' daughter.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, that's why she was
Thanos,
green.
Yeah, because everything has to have anus in it when you're a ginger.
Yeah.
All right, so, what's your second answer?
I need to have.
Yeah, you need
Yeah,
to.
I'm gonna give you 2
Wow.
because remember I'm making a bank out of all these at the end.
Wow.
Banksy.
Banksy. Huh. The least
Relevant.
likely person to be blamed for burning down an orphanage. Okay, Rex, what's your second one?
Least likely to burn down an orphanage.
That's right.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. And that leads me into my second question. I'm going to get. Wait a minute. Has chat said anything?
Pope John Paul III.
Pope John Paul III.
Said.
I have a feeling he's.
Listen,
That's
chat.
that's
Just
my
because you
favorite.
know me doesn't mean you know me.
That's a
Okay.
specific Pope, too.
Yeah, and
is a very specific
mad.
answer.
Not the Pope. It's
I'm yeah, yeah. I'm mad
Pope
that like,
won.
Pope something.
First
Definitely
Pope was best.
none
Pope.
of the Pope Francises, hands down. None of the Pope.
God.
Past the first.
Okay, here's the deal. Chat, I would ban you, but thank you for being here. So no more popes. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna give the 2 popes in a cup. I'm probably
2 popes,
going.
1 cup.
Ugh.
I'm probably going to.
Holy shit.
I'm probably going to give, only because it's Rex and only because that'll be the only answer that wins. I'm going to give it to Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It makes sense He'll get the points this time, but that's okay because this is all about the end game, right? Ready for the second question?
I'm ready.
Yeah, ready for it. Here we go.
Better be good.
Now remember, the first one was the least likely person. All right. This question is the most likely person to be blamed for the same orphanage burning down.
Most likely?
Most likely.
All right. Most likely.
Most likely.
Ricky Christ.
Ricky, Jesus' brother, who had a lot of talents. They were just looked over because his
brother's
brother
name was
could walk on
James.
water.
He's tired of living in the shadow.
They got it. All right,
Rex
cool.
Sterling.
Rex Sterling, the most likely person to light the orphanage on fire. And you know, there have been a recent string of orphanage fires. And he did move away from his home quite quickly.
Wow. Okay.
I don't want to be that person. I don't want to put 2 to 2 together, but I'll do it and I'll make 4.
Wow.
I'll do it.
Most likely to be blamed
Most
for
likely to be
setting an
blamed.
orphanage on fire.
That's right. Yep.
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling.
And we come right back.
And we came right back to the tragedy of Hogwarts Legacy and understanding that he wanted to talk about this, and I'm just going to bring it up. If the game just made it allowable for people to be trans, we wouldn't need this argument or this boycott. Moving on. And Legs, well, did you have an answer? You already said one. What was your answer, Oz?
I'm just thinking about running around Hogwarts Legacy with my dick hanging out, but I have titties.
You mean like Conan?
Yes.
Fucking leg dick?
Oh
fucking,
man, Conan,
yeah.
Conan
Fucking
Exiles.
do the tripod dick running around everywhere?
hammers.
Even Cyberpunk allows you to do that.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, if my fucking dick was hanging below my robes, let's just say I wouldn't need no witchcraft to get nobody.
I know. I wouldn't even need a wand.
I wouldn't even need wizardry.
I have my second answer.
Stop making me.
Do you have your second answer?
I do.
Go for it.
Charizard. Right?
The most likely
The fire
person.
Pokemon. Yeah.
You couldn't have gone for like,
You
you know.
looked at your phone and I was like, don't you fucking
Yeah,
dare
why were you
do that.
looking at your phone?
Oh, that was a text message.
You do realize that like I have to take away that answer,
We're allowed
right?
to give bitch boy
No,
answers?
that
Okay.
wasn't
Human
fair.
Torch.
I know.
He got his Super Nintendo prices from his phone earlier.
But that was not the game, and
It
I
was a fair
cannot
point.
allow that answer.
I just needed to know his
Rex,
name. I didn't come
I'm
up with the
sorry.
Super Nintendo games then were
robbed.
expensive than games now.
Everybody here agrees that you can't look at your phone while you're playing the game.
I just needed the name of the Pokemon.
You didn't know Charizard?
Got it.
All right, what's your second answer? He
Why I
just
gotta
gave
give
2.
two answers?
He gave
This is
2
because you can't answer
and it was
ask
at,
us 30 questions.
It was at the
so now we have to
deficit
get 2
of his
answers. This is
character.
bullshit.
It was at the deficit of his character.
My
so
answer
yes.
is bullshit.
So bullshit is the most
Human
likely
Torch.
reason, and Human Torch is the most is the most likely reason. What's your second answer, Legs? Fucking. You were fucking so
I
fast.
know it's the Human Torch.
No, well, I'll let you have that as
I don't
well.
know his name.
It's
Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm.
He said that, but that's fine. I'm totally fine. He did. He said Human Torch.
You know what? There was 2 Human Torches. There was one before Johnny Storm.
Right.
So you can have Johnny Storm.
Nah,
I'll take
fuck
the
that.
original Human
Fuck
Torch.
that. I was reading chat.
Uh-huh.
If I'm not paying attention, I'll come up with something else.
What's that?
Fucking
Because he follows the rules.
I'll switch
Smokey the
to
Bear.
Smokey the fucking Bear.
And that's
it's
why-
the perfect story.
To be
I like
blamed?
it. Yet to be blamed.
You think
The
Smokey-
perfect
Rex
crime.
said, like,
The perfect crime.
a
The
minute and a half
perfect
ago.
crime. I gotta agree. That is
Because you know what's
perfect
crazy?
crime.
What did chat say anything? What did chat say?
Oh yeah, they got some good ones.
Okay, what they got?
That one sucks. Justin Roiland.
Just
Justin. Oh my God.
You weren't gonna talk about it.
no.
Not Justin.
It's fine.
That's
He
the one
caused a little bit of chafing.
The kid from Child's Play.
The kid from Child's Play.
Andy?
Andy.
He's a sweetheart. I bet him.
Some idiot said Derek Jeter, so because he can buy a new one.
Who says that they get 1,000,000 points?
Some idiot.
Was it Sean?
No.
He gets 1,000,000 points for that, and that's my favorite answer. But at the same time, keep in mind, you guys just gave those answers without knowing that there might be another question that might be followed by this,
Charizard.
Try me.
and you can't get the same answer.
That's a shame.
Fine.
Who is most likely to be framed for this same orphanage burning down.
Roger Rabbit.
God, you!
Yes!
Ah! Oh, damn it.
So good.
I knew it. I knew it in my soul somebody was going to say it.
His fucking face.
I'm upset now.
Listen. You just listen. You got beat fair and square, and I'm
He
sorry.
beat the shit out of me. He beat me like my name was fucking Kunta Kinte.
Here's the deal, Rex. Considering that there's an all-out brawl going on in
only
between
said that
us and
'cause he was
cameras,
funny to me.
can
That's
you
right.
give me an answer without looking at your phone of who would most likely be framed for burning down said orphanage?
It's really a shame I can't say Charizard right now. Framed.
That's right.
All right, for setting the orphanage on fire. Well, we need somebody gullible.
See, and my perfect answer for this framed was Smokey the Bear, only because you could have it, and then somebody said for blame, and I said, you know what? Okay, well then let's see what they say for framed. And I was like, well, fuck, and I have a perfect answer for framed, but I'm gonna share it in a second.
Really?
But remember, you gotta have two answers, so let everybody go. So you went, and then everybody else is gonna take a go, and then you already have your second one, don't you?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, got you. So he's gonna wait for a
I
second.
can't remember his name.
I'm probably sure.
All I know is that he threw.
No, hold on. Shush. Give me a second.
What the fuck?
Give me a second. I think I might know.
Damn.
Give me a second.
you?
I think so.
What is
They
it?
threw what?
Give me a second. Give
White
me a
man won't let the black man speak.
I know, right?
Wow.
No. It's not. Shut the
Holy
fuck up,
shit.
How do
mister.
you know that Rex wasn't going to be the funny one this time?
Because he was already the not funny one all the time.
I was very partially funny previously.
I was
just so
talking
we're
about
clear.
the answer, not necessarily you. You're the one who's taking it personally.
I think Justin would get the blame. I
You
think
think Justin would be framed for it?
100%. He's angry. He's already crippled. They would use that as his defense. I think Justin.
As his defense, or as his is his own?
He'd be like,
defense?
officer, I couldn't have even done this. My legs don't work.
Okay, Roger.
But he does seem like the kind of person that would have Molotovs just laying around. I'd blame him.
Okay, and legs. What's your first answer?
Was my first answer?
Yeah.
I gave that shit.
Oh, you did, Roger
Oh, yeah,
Rabbit.
you did that shit.
So what's your second answer?
Talk to the man who ain't got a good answer. 'Cause I stole that shit.
My answer is, what do you think my answer was going to be?
I thought you were gonna say Jussie Smollett,
No.
but that's
Damn,
a great
that's
answer,
a
ain't it?
great fucking answer.
So we got.
That's so good. Jesse
No.
Smollett.
For some reason, YouTube won't allow me to say the name. So, for later. All
Does
I know
it
is
rhyme with fate?
maybe.
You like tater tots?
Ah, yes, it is.
I knew he threw like half a smoked cigar out of a Bugatti. So,
Got it.
I both got a.
Second answer,
Fandrew Fape.
John Benet Ramsey's parents.
Most likely be framed.
That's right. They want to accuse them of everything.
Yeah, I see where you're going. If we look at the timeline,
Those sweet innocent parents.
hold on. If we look at the timeline of the crime and now, let's say it's that, and then let's say that they knew that they had to cover up John Benet's fucking murder that they had done with getting another kid so that they could act like they were a fun, family friendly type thing. But it turned out that like the kid found out who killed John Benet and it was them, and they were like, well, fuck it. They went back to the orphanage and told everybody, and then they had to say, well, then all the kids have to die, and then they
that's how
fucking
we
turned
found
down.
out Mr. Jenkins was Marge Telly all along.
There you go. Large Marge.
Now, give me a Scooby laugh.
That's
actually really good.
So
He been working on that.
I have been working on it ever since. So
He's in the mirror. Just,
He was in the shower.
no, that ain't it.
all right, so was that two answers from everybody?
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
Promise.
Cat, we got Carmen San Diego,
Hell yeah! Who
Great
said
answer.
O.J. Simpson,
that? Oh shit! The glove doesn't fit. But it
OJ,
might.
yeah.
But it did.
Barry Moore, and Firestar.
Hey, that's a good one.
Good
I
Drew.
respect that.
I respect that answer.
That's a good frame.
That is a good one.
That's a great one.
Never
I like
seen
that.
but
She's like, I didn't do anything.
I'm gonna have to give the points to to Drew Barrymore, and I'm also gonna have to give the points to Oz. That was good answers. But unfortunately, you all lose to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So
True.
everybody gets points for that one. That's just
so
how it works.
Fucking good.
It's good, yeah.
Like
That's
I
right.
thought of it, and it's like he said it. It's like, God damn.
That's how it works. All right.
Don't telegraph your R's.
Yeah, he said Roger Rabbit with a hard R.
Yeah, right.
Roger.
Yeah, that's what the white man calls eminent domain.
The bunny's only mostly white. Okay, so
See, Ozzy,
all right.
he discovered the answer.
Oh, that's what he did. Yeah. All right. So, next question: the least likely person to win an Oscar for best performance.
Probably sure.
Pauly Shore. Love the answer.
Riley Reid.
Riley Reid.
That
Give me
overacting just kills it every time.
Give me an example of Riley Reid for me.
Oh God! Oh fuck! Yes! Oh my God!
Got it. I know who Riley Reid is now.
There you go.
That
That jogged your memory.
That totally did. I don't know why, but it did.
It's so fucking deep. Yeah,
I got you. That's
it's like we get it, bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, calm down.
And legs.
I can't think of her name. Marie.
Is it an actual actor or a
Oh no.
or a sensual actor?
No.
Or
It was a terrible thought. I can't think of her name. She was on the two for a long time in Florida. Marie Shriver.
Maria Shriver?
Is that her?
Arnold Schwarzenegger's wife?
Nope.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about.
I don't know. Maybe you got to give me a little more context. Like you said, she was on a.
Keep going.
Okay, so give me your second answer. Pauly Shore was automatically a winner.
Terry Schiavo.
Terry shot. That's it.
That's pretty.
I get it. Okay, that's a good one. All right.
My second answer.
Yep.
Courtney Love.
Courtney Love. Wow. If they ever did a Kurt biopic and they used her, it would just be perfect. She's never changed.
So true.
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain.
You think Kurt Cobain
He
was?
was always shooting his mouth off.
Oh my God, bro. Jesus Christ.
All right. Well,
Pour one out for a homie.
that's what we like to call a deep cut in the industry, and that's a B-side. for
Shots
everybody else.
fired. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
You know, locked,
Nice
stocked,
shot.
and loaded. So, what's your second answer, Rex?
What was the question?
Question was the least likely person to win an Oscar for best performance.
For best performance.
I feel fine with both my answers.
I feel fine with both your answers as well. Pauly Shore is definitely winning.
It's the wizard.
For that.
I just measure. What was the thing for bean burrito? 1 minute, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Make up your melons. 1.5 minutes.
Who was my
Vegetable group.
Who was my man in the room? Like
Which one?
the you know what I'm talking about? What's his name? The guy that was in the room.
You talking about the man who created it, or you talking
Yeah.
about the remake of it?
No, the man that starred in it.
The Room?
Oh, Tommy Wiseau?
Yeah, that guy, Tommy Wiseau.
Did he fucking do something recently?
No.
Didn't he win an Oscar?
No.
You should.
Hell fucking no.
I feel like James Franco made it for the documentary.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
He tried to speak into the mic and Jane. Nah, man, you're good.
I got you.
Cut him
I
off.
respect your answer.
Thank
Fair. Legs, did you already give a second answer?
Yeah.
Okay, what's chat say? It's all good.
We got Amber Heard.
Wow.
Oh my God, that's so
That answer,
good.
that answer,
You're cut
win-
off.
That's
that answer
stupid
wins by
good.
proxy. Yeah.
Halle Berry.
She already won best performance.
Right, but I think that was a dig at Catwoman.
Oh, fair. I got you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
That's like people still picking on Robert Pattinson for Twilight.
Yeah, that's old now.
realize that-
Yeah, it's old, and
That Amber Heard shit though, that's
he really
recent.
did come back in Batman. I was
He
appreciative.
came
of
back in
his-
the lighthouse.
I give you that.
He
No,
came.
Said it wasn't. It wasn't a dig.
Oh, okay. Well, then I mean,
Clint Howard.
Sucky, a little
Clint-
The older Howard brother.
oh yeah, but he got a Lifetime Achievement Award, and I love everything he's in.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Halle Bailey.
Oh,
Who the fuck is that?
is that
Black
just?
Mermaid.
Oh,
Gross.
I haven't seen her perform in anything.
I haven't
so
seen it
couldn't-
either. So whoever said that is racist, and we're just gonna leave it at that. Here we go.
I love
So
how read it right, you dyslexic fuck.
Polly
I had
Shore
something
wins.
Really innocent.
Tommy
to say, and I
Wiseau
didn't.
is a very, very close second.
Thank you.
So here we go.
My
Last one. You ready?
All right.
Least likely to be a public speaker, but most likely to be the most entertaining public speaker of all time.
Wait, so you're the least likely?
Yeah.
Lead one.
So I'll go ahead and say my answer so that you guys can't take it. That's Gilbert Gottfried.
All right,
You wouldn't
cool.
imagine him as a public speaker.
Let's let the guy who
Right.
created the game and had hours and hours to think about it.
That's right.
answer
So I'm gonna take away the number one.
Makes perfect sense.
Right. So tell me who you think will be the best public speaker, not because they're good, but because it's just entertaining as shit.
Adolf.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay.
What'd he say?
I disagree, only because he already was.
Did you say
And to
Adolf?
them, he was entertaining.
No.
So it does. It's the
Why is
answer.
everyone uncomfortable?
It's already there, bro. You get to say most least likely. You know, he already was.
Why are you switching it up?
I'm not switching, you're
I
switching.
feel like you kind of switched it.
Because I don't want another world war to break out over this.
Who's gonna stop you?
Oh my God!
I would imagine that it won't be any of.
Gestapo.
Yeah. I don't care how Reich you think you are.
Oh my God!
You gotta cut this out.
This podcast is Kanye West approved.
Listen, red pill or blue pill, we're both losing.
Okay.
Say that one more time.
I said this podcast is Kanye West approved.
Oh, got it. Okay. I know we can come up with the worst one. I just don't know if Justin wants
We're
it
not.
in here.
We're not.
We're
Y'all
not.
should reach
Okay.
for the
He's reached that
stars.
threshold. Let's not pass it.
And his camera wasn't on, so that was
It's
great.
probably for the best.
Yeah, it's 100% for the best. All right, so you said your answer. I'm very disappointed in you, Rex. What's your answer?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. Okay, Roger.
That's so
I raised you
That
a
ain't-
river phoenix.
He raises a river. He gave two of his answers, and they're both balls. I would say that it would be cool if he was public speaking from beyond the grave. I don't care if they're
Oh
dead
well,
or
then
not.
make it River Phoenix.
But the Viper Room is an
'Cause
awesome
he's dead.
story. Yeah, the Viper Room's an awesome story.
Like Gilbert Gottfried, right?
Yeah.
Basically,
Hey, that's mean. He
well,
was a
that's just his
treasure.
career.
Legs, what's your first answer?
Ava Braun.
Wow. Don't stoop to his level.
Wait, what are we?
He said Ava Braun. Don't.
Still the bad acting, right?
This is this is the
Speeding.
yeah.
Speaking. Okay.
You're not going for the speech. You're going because of how entertaining it's going to be.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's
it's a lot.
well, because you said not likely. I was gonna say Trump. 'Cause, yo,
Hey, it'd be entertaining as fuck.
entertaining.
Hell yeah, Trump's good. I'll take
But
Trump.
yeah, but he was already a public speaker.
Well, I get what
He
you.
was the most public
That's fair. Yeah.
speaker possible.
Yeah, if you're the
got you.
president, it doesn't get much more public speaker than that.
Let's be honest. Did he write all those? Let's hope he did, because I don't know of any staffer that would fucking.
The best lines that he said were the ones he wrote. I promise
Ready
you
for our
that.
actual second answers?
In a second. Hold on. We got to get the first one for legs real quick. So you're not saying Trump, who are you saying?
Helen Keller.
Now,
They say I'm bad.
it's bad on another level, eyes. That's the problem.
How did Helen Keller say water?
I have to accept the answer, and I don't want anybody. No, stop it. I didn't want anybody to do that, okay? Second answer, Ozzy.
What?
What's your second answer?
George Bush.
George Bush.
Technically, it should have been Cardi B, but I went with George Bush because Cardi B would be funnier coming out of someone else's mouth. Could you imagine Cardi B being public speaker? Just think about it.
That would be cool.
I'm gonna go with George Bush though because he wants gynecologists to practice their love of women.
Oh,
Did he
okay.
say that?
That was
He
an
did
actual
say
thing.
that, yeah.
I know he said it's saying and that's just,
Oh yeah, fool me once, shame on you.
Shame on.
Fool me twice, and
Shame on you. You fool me, you can't get fooled again.
that's that a Lamar song, Kendrick Lamar, or is that J. Cole?
That's Jake.
Yeah, I figured. But what is your second answer, Rex?
Pamela Anderson.
Pamela Anderson. Now that I think would be a very interesting conversation if she was to share a tell-all.
Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
Can talk.
She doesn't use her mouth to speak often, but I feel like it would be entertaining.
Right. Okay. All right.
I'm just saying, if you weren't a teenager and didn't wish you were Tommy Lee, we're not.
We're not on the same
not the
page.
same age.
Yeah, it's fair.
Calm
That's
down.
absolutely fair. Legs, what's your second answer?
Tiger Woods, but only if he talks like.
Oh my God.
For
that would be
shizzle.
Great.
For shizzle. For shizzle.
So many.
many.
So long fried chicken, hello fried rice.
Dave Chappelle as Tiger Woods.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
So good.
Oh my God. That's a great fucking
Great
answer.
skit. Best skit ever.
All right. So that was the game. What'd you guys think? Oh, wait. What did chat say? I'm sorry.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
George Carlin.
George Carlin.
Sam Jackson.
Sam Jackson.
All of those would be great.
He
public
would just be
speakers.
saying
I
fuck
don't
all the
see
time. It'd be
what
great.
The answer
That's Sam
was.
Kinison.
You want to take control of your life, motherfucker? Okay. Got it. Say it.
So here's the deal. We all know what I'm going to
Might
do with
even
those
fight a
answers.
ninja or two. Ah.
Fucking fat. No doubt.
I wouldn't get anything out of it. I just want to hear him speak. I think that was the whole point of the question. It was just, who do you want to hear speak, but you won't get anything out of it? Who would you like to have a dinner with, but you know good and well it's only to hear them speak, like nothing else?
Christopher Walken.
Wow. But
It's really good steak.
yeah, it's almost it's wonderful.
I could do
I
that
still
with
trip
Jim
over the
Owens.
fact that he was in that fucking the Crystal Method music video.
Hell yeah. I mean,
Name of the game, right? Mm-hmm. He killed it.
all right.
I forgot about it.
So the winner of Just People, in my opinion, is gonna have to be Rex. I don't know why, but only because I feel bad for him. But we'll see
Fair enough.
in the champion of champion rounds, because Ozzy won Just Things and Rex won Just People. I'm sure the next time when we do Just Places or all that kind of
shit.
stuff, that we're gonna get down into some nitty gritty. And we're going to actually have a really fun game built up for episode 10. But right now, what I need you guys to do, remember what we did last week, Legs? Remember what we did last week as a nightcap?
Yeah.
We had the top 5, or the top 10, or the top 5 video
Why
games.
are you adding it?
It wasn't adding it.
I feel like you're adding.
I thought it was-
You're adding, bro. You're adding, bro.
In your face, top 10 most iconic PlayStation 2 titles. Okay?
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, and it was a really nice list.
Hell
And
yeah.
I think Ozzy agreed with most of them, especially the Resident Evil 4 thing at the end. I agree with most of them. I had a tiff about the Resident Evil 4 only because I didn't realize what that brought to the world at the time. But
Wow.
at the same time, I wanted to know if you guys have heard about any top 10s or lists out there that we could discuss as our nice little nightcap right now.
Oh, an interesting top 10 list.
Yeah, and top anything list. It doesn't matter what it
Okay.
is. So and it can be anything that you've heard recently or anything you've thought
Top
about.
10 blowjobs Jeff has gotten behind Walmart.
Top 10 blowjobs. Let me look this up. What was that? Top 10 blowjobs.
Number one.
Jeff
I don't have a 10, but the top 5
Is it Jeff spelled like me or Jeff spelled with a J?
it's got to be spelled like you,
Depends
bro.
on what name you give the client.
I don't.
Oh, wow.
It's giving me one of those Mailer Damon things. I don't know what to do. Go ahead now. What
I
was the
said
next
something
list?
so much layered and it's gonna get forgotten.
Lex, what did you say?
I was going to say it's not a 10, it's a 5.
Okay.
Top 5 war movies ever made.
Top 5 war movies ever made. Here we go. We're going to look those up. Justin's going to help.
I mean, there's been some fucking bangers,
How's
boys.
that?
Why don't you just rank them yourself?
Top 5 war movies? Okay. Well, so let's name. So I would say if I had to pick So here's the deal: when we're talking about war, are we talking about actual? Or are we talking about fictional? We talking about
Actual fucking war.
actual?
I think it can be a fictional story as long as it's based on an actual war.
All right, so now let's know what one it is.
So I think Saving Private Ryan has to be in the top 2.
The Last Samurai.
The Last Samurai. Okay. I'm glad you said it and not me.
You get don't look at me like I'm terrible.
Holy shit.
I know what I did.
I'm gonna read a list.
Okay, go ahead and read a list. See, I told you probably read a list.
I hate you.
Number 10, Dunkirk. What do you think?
Dunkirk. I enjoyed it. I loved
It's a Chris Nolan film, right?
Yep.
not to mention all shot like in a one shot thing, like continuous. That's not easy to do. That's really hard to do. So
I hope everyone liked that really long shot.
oh
My bad.
wow. They were just
I-
looking at Rex for a long time.
I think The Patriot has got to be up there.
Or like 5 minutes.
Patriot's good.
Yeah.
That's number 9.
Mel Gibson, great film.
Schindler's List.
Schindler's List. Oh my God,
You
that was
can't
so good.
not have that on any
Yeah,
list.
that's gotta
just-
be up there.
I can very easily. I've never watched it.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't want to
you-
lose access to my bank
How
account,
about
so
I
let's
promise
please
you'll
have it up
enjoy
there.
it. It really is a feat of filmmaking. They did a good job on it.
Yeah.
This one, the next one, Metal Jacket.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For me, that's like top 5.
Yeah.
I mean, just the
The Metal Jacket. Fucking
They didn't pull any punches in that film. It's fucking dark.
all out nitty gritty,
Glorious
man.
Bastards.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Just well done and
Jacob's
a great way
Ladder.
to tell the story.
No. I that's really good actually.
Jacob's Ladder was
I like
fantastic.
Jacob's Ladder. a
Dark.
lot. That movie
Yeah.
fucks with me. It's one
It
of the
really
few-
does.
It's meant to.
I was trying
It's
to
meant get
understand
you,
it.
you know.
It
Then when you
fucks
get
with
to
me
the
so
last
hard.
like 20 minutes, it's like, oh my God, that's what this is about. That's
Right.
why it's called that.
That's
oh my
right.
God. Fantastic film.
Number 7.
Then Red Line.
Oh yeah.
I never seen it.
There's so many good ones though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's hard. It's genuinely hard to pick.
Right?
So many great ones.
Got Sean Penn and Adrian Brody. I liked it.
You did?
I like that one. And
I trust your judgment. I would imagine that if it's on, absolutely. Yeah.
Bridge on the River Kwai.
Now that
Holy shit.
I've never seen.
old
I
school.
hadn't thought about that one.
1957.
Yeah, old
Yeah.
school. I've seen it. I don't appreciate it as much as probably people from the time, but it was good. So
Yeah.
yeah. Next,
The Hurt Locker.
That is good.
Oh
It's a
shit.
terrible fucking movie.
it's I mean,
I remember what
I
fucking.
know why I think it's terrible.
yeah.
What was it about it that made it terrible for you?
When he picks up all these, oh my god, these explosives by their wire and just lifts them up out of the sand like, oh, I've got them. And they don't,
Explode?
Yeah.
for one, and then he was able to pick them up.
Seems like that's something you shouldn't do with explosives.
I can see how he'd be mad about that. He picked him up and was able to walk away.
We need to talk to
It
somebody
was-
that's like
it
an
was
EOD
not only that,
expert.
but he was EOD for a while.
Yeah, if there was somebody that understood EOD, we could get that perspective.
That's why he's mad at it.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Find out who's putting them up. Ran.
What is it?
Ran.
Like Iran? Like I?
Like ran. Like,
Oh, RAN.
I can't do in past tense anymore.
I don't
Oh,
know.
shit.
What is? What
I
is
haven't
it
heard of
made?
that
I haven't
one.
heard of it.
Justified.
In
Ran.
1985, I'm guessing a Japanese film is
Okay.
a movie about how easily it is to be corrupted by a lust for power.
Oh.
Adapting the story of King Lear. The film follows an aging emperor who attempts to hand his kingdom off to his children. See them bicker and fight with one another as they grapple for power. The movie has an impressive sense of scale, but it also knows how to make war and the petulant men who often wage it seem small and foolish.
I mean, it sounds
Words
dope.
I don't use.
It
I'm
sounds
interested.
dope. It sounds like
Jet
a.
Li's hero. Okay.
I have
Yeah.
I have one I want to throw out, and I want to throw it out because I know it's not on the list.
Maybe it might be.
Red Cliff.
Okay.
Red Cliff was a Chinese film that was based on the Three Kingdoms era, Dynasty
Okay.
Warriors.
Okay.
It was
yeah.
based on all of those warriors. Fantastic fucking war film. One of the best I've ever seen.
Okay, cool. I got you. So that's definitely like a number one.
Yeah, seeing like Guan Yu and all these fucking like you're seeing all these like I had played the Dynasty Warriors games since like Dynasty Warriors 2 back in like PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 days.
Right.
So like for me to see like those warriors represented on film, and I mean there was 2 parts to it, Red Cliff Part 1 and Part 2, and both of them were 3 to 4 hours long. So the entire saga is almost 8 hours in 2 movies. It's crazy. And it's so
Golly.
good. So fucking good.
Nice. What's next?
All right, the next one on the list is Lawrence of Arabia.
Now that's one I haven't seen.
70s?
You guys seen that one? I haven't seen that one.
Not the 70s one?
It's not 70s.
I don't know what it is.
It is a 1962 film,
Okay.
but I've heard of it in passing,
Yeah,
but I've never met anyone who watched it.
I understand.
I've heard people sing its praises. Haven't met a people
yeah,
who's
again.
watched.
Right.
Yeah,
So there you go. What's next?
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
I kind
Is
of
that number one?
List.
That's number 2.
Number two.
Tom Hanks.
I mean,
It's up there.
fantastic film.
It's a great movie. Yeah.
I think what really stood out in that film is how like gritty the depiction of war was. It was so brutal. Like it wasn't just like I often forget about what the actual soldiers were doing. The story to like save that guy's brother, like one of 5 brothers still alive. It's just I remember the fucking blood and the wounds and like trying to save soldiers that were dying, and
Yeah.
it was fucking brutal. It didn't pull any punches. That stabbing scene is one of the roughest scenes in the movies ever. If you know what I'm talking about, where he's trying to, 2 soldiers are fighting and he starts to stab him and it goes in real slow into his chest while it's fucking brutal. And not pulling any punches in like the depiction of war and battle and death,
Yeah.
I think is where that film really stood out, especially for its time, because like that was back when we had a little bit better special effects. We
Yeah.
were able to do some really grotesque shit. It was a fantastic film.
And what's number 1?
it would
great.
be. Oh,
Apocalypse Now.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I felt it was either going to be that one or Platoon.
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of weird how Platoon wasn't on
Wasn't even
there.
in there. Yeah.
It's so
But-
weird.
Jarhead wasn't up there.
Red
Hearts
Dawn.
War wasn't up there. Black Hawk Down wasn't up there.
Red Dawn.
That's good. Platoon
never heard of
was
that
number
one.
11.
Oh, bastards.
Pan's Labyrinth was 12. Paths of Glory
Pan's
13.
Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth is good, but it's not
Fucking
listed. I mean, I guess you could see how it's not a war movie, but it
It's
is
a
war movie.
wartime movie, I guess.
Yeah, I got
Good
you.
Morning
Inglorious
Vietnam.
Bastards was 14.
There you go.
Really?
Yeah.
Good Morning Vietnam.
And The Deer Hunter.
The Deer Hunter.
That's De Niro. Christopher Walken.
Behind Enemy Lines.
No
yep.
Boys in the Hood. Okay.
Yeah, you right.
I mean, shit. Would you
it's war out here
consider
on these streets.
what was the movie with Tommy Lee Jones and Benicio del Toro, The Hunted or The Hunter?
Come
Or
on with the Lions.
No, it's like where he like trained people how to be like super badass fucking killers during wartime, and then he fucking Benicio del Toro snapped, and Tommy Lee Jones had to get him because he was the guy who trained him. It's called Hunted. It's one of the
Never heard
best.
of that.
I mean, it's one of the best Tommy Lee Jones movies I've ever
So
seen.
one of me and Boss's favorite movies is Basic.
Okay, yeah. So like, all right. So yeah, I mean, about the same tone. Yeah, but that was a nice little nightcap. I enjoyed that. Yeah, I mean, we don't usually talk about war movies, and you know, in the future we'll have to do it like a horror
Boss
movie one.
missed it.
He did miss it, and he probably know all of these motherfuckers. But next time we'll have to do like a maybe not a next time, but like in the future a horror movies thing, and then you know just keep on doing some top 10s that make sense, including the cuddliest, cutest animals on the planet. And I'm sure that even though she should be, Tilly's not on the list. So Mochi in other countries maybe not even here, you know. Maybe if there was a redneck one or
I feel like Mochi would be on a Canadian list.
or a swamp one.
I think the chat could give us great ideas for top 10 lists that we could put together for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And they should
I agree.
definitely do it. And please, by all means, throw those in there for top 10 lists that are, you know, crazy, extraordinary. You don't believe it, you do believe it. You want our opinion on it. Who knows? And then that way, the next time our top 10 can be chosen for us. I will say, with the consideration that we will be heading out tomorrow, and that next Friday, me and Melanin have plans that more than likely next Thursday will be the same thing. We'll do another show, and then I'll release another schedule well beforehand. But this weekend, me, Eyes, Legs, the Boss, Melanin, And a bunch of other awesome horror folks are going to be headed to Atlanta for the Days of the Dead convention. The whole Terrifier crew will be there. Malcolm McDowell, freaking Violent J, Bam Margera, Kane Hodder, bunch of different horror icons, bunch of different icons we weren't expecting to be there. We're going to have some fun. We're going to sell some stuff. We're going to boost Diabolical. We're going to boost NerdNightPodcast. And supposedly Rex is going to be here doing his best rendition of Not Burning the House Down. So, as it is, please keep him company as he streams his Dead Space. Please wish Tilly a good and speedy recovery of just dealing with Rex for the weekend. And let's hope that as we get to our hotels and where we go, that Legs is able to get us into places a lot sooner, because he's charming and not because of any other reason.
Top 10 horror conventions. Is
Top 10 horror.
That could be done one day?
It could be. It'll be a lot of them that we haven't been to, only because they're way up north or way out west or in other fucking countries. So, but at the same time, we do go to some really cool ones here. So we can't wait to do that. We're going to be taking some video and some pictures from there just to keep you guys up to date. Everybody wish Oz good luck, because of course he's going to be competing with the hundreds of other vendors there who don't sell anything like he sells, so he'll be fine. And as it is, we'll move on into the many thanks. Many thanks to Aficionados of Augusta. Thank you for providing us with wonderful equipment. Thank you to Top Dog Comics, Adam, Chris, you're the best ever, and don't let anyone tell you any different.
Hold on to that crow on Constantine.
Yeah, we got you. You know what's going to happen. Thank you to Book Tavern, David Hutchison, you big bearded beautiful bastard. Diabolical by Design. They're gonna have a wonderful weekend. We're gonna make sure that they have a wonderful weekend. You guys are gonna support them through said weekend.
I've never once believed in Diabolical by Design. I feel like that guy stinks.
Like physically, or like just, you know, as
like
a person.
onions.
Wow. He's always smelled good to me. I don't know what the problem is, but Rex Sterling streams, all the other streams we're gonna have on our link.
Rex Sterling Live.
Rex Sterling Live. My apologies. All the good stuff that's out there. Like I said, we're gonna be sharing with you a lot of stuff going on this weekend. We hope that you have a great weekend, and more so be safe out there. We love you all. Thank you to the supporters and the listeners. Rex, you got anything to add?
I just want to thank everybody for supporting Nerd Night Podcast and supporting Handicap Honcho over on TikTok.
Indeed.
Rex Sterling.
Yeah.
We all love you guys, and if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't exist. So thank you so much.
Amen to that. And Oz, what do you got? Come on, give me something. Tell them how much you love them.
Thank you, Anime Core.
Oh, thank you, Jonathan Rochelle, Anime Core, you motherfucker. Now say something to them. Say something to them.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for being with us this long. Look forward to our continued growth.
That is right. Indeed.
Thank you.
Oh, we got new business cards. If anybody wants some, just send me your address. I'll send you a business card and maybe a photo of Rex with underwear on. Legs, you got anything to add?
Sheer underwear.
Nothing. We're gonna have that video we had at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah, and Legs
be
made a
on the
video
channel
for us. We filmed it yesterday. It's gonna be our intro, outro. It's also gonna be our
It's not
intro.
gonna be the intro. It's gonna be the intro to the channel.
Fair. And we're also gonna have it posted on our link tree so that people can get a glimpse of us before they actually go into the nitty gritty and the detail of it. Thank you, Stephanie, for putting all this together. Thank you, Legs, for being the control. Thank you, Rex, for being the hobo in the corner. Thank you, Oz, for being our Tolkien. Thank you, Tilly, for being our pet. And we love you all. And everybody say bye. Bye.